Stay with me. Remain here with me. Watch and pray. This is what Jesus says to his disciples when they go to Gethsemane. But before they do this, they had shared a meal together. They had sung together. And the betrayer was among them. And now they go and pray. And the betrayer slips away. From Matthew 26. Then Jesus went with them to a place called Gethsemane, and he said to his disciples, "Sit here while I go over there and pray." He took with him Peter and two sons of Zebedee and began to be grieved and agitated. Then Jesus said to them, "I am deeply grieved, even to death. Remain here, stay awake with me." And going a little further, he threw himself on the ground and prayed, "My Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me. Yet not what I want, but what you want." Then he came to his disciples and he found them sleeping, and he said to Peter, "So you could not stay awake 1 hour? Stay awake and pray, that you may not come into a time of trial. The spirit is indeed willing, but the flesh is weak." Again, Jesus went away for a second time and he prayed, "My Father, this cannot pass until I drink it. Your will be done." And again he came and found them sleeping, for their eyes were heavy. So leaving them again, he went away and prayed for the third time, saying the same words. Then he came to the disciples and said to them, "Are you still sleeping and taking your rest? See, the hour is at hand. The Son of Man is betrayed into the hands of sinners. Get up. Let us be going. See, my betrayer is at hand." Stay with me. Remain here with me. Watch and pray. This is Holy Week. This is the week that we remember. We remember Jesus' arrest, torture, and death. We remember that God's Son, the one who embodied God's love, will die. And the whole earth will mourn and cry out. From Matthew 27. From noon on, darkness came over the whole land until 3 p.m. And at about 3 o'clock, Jesus cried out with a loud voice, my God, why have you forsaken me?" Then Jesus cried out again in a loud voice, and he breathed his last. This is Jesus upon the cross that is the symbol of the Roman Empire. This symbol that the Jewish leaders, both political and religious, chose to employ to kill this man for not being the Messiah that they had expected, or perhaps even wanted. Jesus is dead. He was 33 years old. He left behind a mother and likely some siblings, most definitely friends and followers. The earth cries out and the earth mourns. Again from Matthew 27. At that moment, at the moment of Jesus' death, the curtain of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom. The earth shook and the rocks were split. We Americans, especially those of us who live in the United States and those of us who are in dominant culture, we will do almost anything not to feel or experience pain, loss, and despair. We prefer to deny anguish, but we cannot deny it any longer. This is Holy Week. This is Holy Week in the midst of a pandemic. People are falling ill. The number of the dead are rising, though we're told each day that that number will fall. And there seems to be confusion. Wear a mask or don't wear a mask. No one seems to be leading. There seems to only be grandstanding. Stay with me. Remain here with me. Watch and pray. This is what Jesus said to his disciples, and this is what Jesus says to us still. The good news that can be found in Holy Week is this: that God's faithfulness vetoes our faithlessness. Did you get that? God's faithfulness vetoes our faithlessness. For there will be a resurrection. There will be life. But newness does not come without anguish, without pain and tears. So stay, remain, watch, and pray.